Next up we have Kelly Clayton. Kelly Clayton is a Louisiana Creole whose roots on both sides of the family reach back to 1778. She recently moved back home after 20 years in New York City. Writing poetry full-time, she has earned a living as an editor, waitress, line cook, publisher's assistant, and event producer, all dropping out of beauty school. Her work has been published by Future Cycle Press, Random House, and the UK's Gloom Cupboard, and she currently lives in Lafayette with her husband and 10-year-old son. She considers herself living proof that Louisiana never lets her children go. Kelly?
I was raised in the projects in Baton Rouge, the Zion City projects, and as a grown woman, I realized that there's only one street in, and the same street comes out. Ingress and egress are all the same. And Cadillac Street, was that name a joke? I don't know. But in a recent New York Times op-ed article by Paul Krugman, he reports, Congressional Budget Office estimates that between 1979 and 2005, the inflation-adjusted income of middle-income families rose 21%, slow and steady, the way it's supposed to be. Meanwhile, over the same period, the income of the very rich, the top 100th of 1%, rose by 480%. In 2005 dollars, that meant that the average annual income of that group rose from 4.2 million to 24.3 million. Much of my work is about giving voice to the other 1%. Change begins with compassion, and from there, we still have a long journey, but at least we'll be on our way. So, the first thing I'd like to read for you is called 52 Inches of Never Going Nowhere. Residents are responsible for guest behavior. No congregating in large groups on the property. All tenants over the age of 10 must carry photo ID or risk being escorted off property. The office ladies say if Jerusha's caught with a man living on the couch all day, calling out for pizza and weed, she'll be kicked out, along with her mama's bitter mouth and oxygen tank. Her kids will have nowhere to go. Me? I don't break no rules. I keep my nose clean, 'cause I'm getting up out of here. No more than 2 children allowed to play on front steps at one time. No open doors. Any non-working vehicles left over 10 days will be towed at owner's expense. 2 classes a semester ain't much, but I take out the maximum loans. School office ladies say I can. So we have money to live through the winter, through one more possible husband. Tenants must report all changes in income for the purpose of rental rate adjustment. Failure to report is cause for termination of services and eviction. When my son's birthday rolls around, I'm going to buy him a 52-inch flat TV for his bedroom. He deserves a screen to cover the taste of powdered milk and Vienna sausage. They say I don't have to repay the loans until 6 months after I'm the best nurse on the floor, looking tight in my uniform. This one's called Apartments for Rent on Craigslist. Camped out at a table, Brooklyn Public Library, they search for an apartment, for cups of coconut tea, incense stuck in an open windowsill, luxury of private conversations. No more shouting in faces or knees on necks. Here's one, perfect for us. 1 bedroom, Crown Heights, just $15.95 a month. Mama sees only the sun. Her glitter dust motes ride up and down escalators of light. Baby girl endures the moon, fat with responsibility, narrowed eyes, crossed arms. She hawks shady deals and crepuscular real estate predators. They shuffle, ready themselves for the gray cloud walk, bundled, double-hatted, to chase another lead. Mama heads for the door, empty-hearted, because space equals freedom. Baby girl crams outdated leases, library cards, current resumes, the sum of their lives, into her messenger bag. She carries their lit ember in a coconut shell, fierce protector of one whose glass is always half full. This last piece is it's a new piece that I wrote. It's called Left Leg Strap Down. We call him LL on the walk. He thinks it means Louisiana lightning. Fancies himself Angola's ambassador of death row stand-up. He performs comedy bits memorized from restricted TV. Reports the news that Fast Eddie married his prison pen pal and ain't Louisiana politics funny. Glances sideways to see if I laugh. I always do. Routine wears me out, but every day he shows up at my front gate. Arms out, wrists together, shackles for the shower, and I step like a geisha girl, chains chinking in time with his keys, our own hallway hip-hop. Nicknamed LL because we hear his big man talk with other guards. His position on the team, so proud, left leg strapped down. Tells him he's happy for new AC in that room with 2 red phones on the wall, the table, black, Gumby knocked down on his back, waits for me there. LL says the room's got to be cold, too hard to catch hold of a sweaty leg. He wears his sleeves rolled, a frame for his scar badge, and though I'd never ask, long toenails, he sniffs. Some will brag about anything. This here is some Discovery Channel shit, man. I imagine left leg chases some animal down, shoots him with a dart, puts him in a cage, in a van, takes him to the zoo where the animal waits and waits for that last shower. 16 years, B-team, 4 a.m. to noon, 6 days a week. Longest relationship I ever had. Him too, I bet.